A lot of you seem to really relate to my 10 things LEGO Star Wars players hate video. Hatred for a lot of things in life. And a lot of you guys left comments about other things you would love to see in LEGO Star Wars, which is why I'm making this video today. This is 10 things players you guys still want in LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. Now, before we start, I want you to go press the subscribe button, see if it explodes like it did when I pressed it. Hey everyone, it's Andrew. More planets. It's no secret LEGO Star Wars: Skywalker Saga has a lot of planets, but obviously we still want more. I don't think there's a problem with the amount of planets there are in this game. It has quite a substantial amount at like 23, I believe. The problem is not all of them are fully explorable. For example, planets like Crait and Hoth, you can't even go outside on except in the story missions. Same goes for Starkiller Base. You can't even go there. It's literally just a story mission. They built a story mission for it, and then that's it. You can't go there again. It's like, why build the entire environment if you can't let us explore around in it? It would also be awesome to see some potentially smaller planets added to the game at one point. Stuff from The Mandalorian, perhaps, Obi-Wan Kenobi, other Star Wars media and shows, stuff that we don't have in the Skywalker Saga. Obviously, this game is the Skywalker Saga and is exclusively bound to that, but now that we're getting other DLC, hopefully they can add some more planets too. Unlikely, but would be a dream come true. Brings me to number 2, Kijimi. LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga claims to have all of these planets, and you can see Kijimi in the planet menu. You can't actually go there. It's not a planet. You go there during the story mission, and once again, that's it. Just like Starkiller Base, just like Hoth's exterior, Crait, it's not a thing in the game. You can't go freely explore. Why? Tell me, please. More DLC. Even though it's amazing, very soon we're going to be getting more character packs for LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, including the Obi-Wan Kenobi pack, Andor, the Book of Boba Fett, Star Wars: The Clone Wars, Star Wars Rebels, and Summer Vacation. Unfortunately, these are just character packs, and if they're anything like the first several character packs that released, including Mandalorian Season 1 and 2, The Bad Batch, Rogue One, classic characters, and Solo: Star Wars Story, it's likely they're going to be a little low effort. None of the characters in these character packs for some reason have voice lines. It's like the devs were either too lazy or ran out of time to get actors in, hire them to record and write voice lines for these characters. So all the DLC characters just feel a bit more lifeless, unfortunately. I would really love to see, hopefully, these new character packs with speaking voice lines. Why not? How hard could it be? I get it, budgeting time, the game's already released. It's probably not earning as much as it was, obviously, when it was released. But at the same time, if you're going to go to the trouble of making DLC, come on, like, put the extra spice on top, make it properly. Couple voice lines here and there wouldn't be bad, and then additional DLC down the line would be great. Can you imagine if this game developed a live service, if in the future it continued to have updates released alongside Star Wars shows, like after Tales of the Jedi releases, or the next season of The Mandalorian, we get more appearances for certain characters and new characters coming to the game. As LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga is a single-player game, it's unlikely it's going to be supported for much longer, especially beyond this year, but we can always dream. Especially considering this is going to be the last LEGO Star Wars game for goodness knows how long. It could be the last one ever, for all we know. It's not like back in the day, in the mid-2000s, when they could make one a year. This is kind of like a one in every 10 years kind of game. More DLC, please. Online co-op. This is one of the most requested features I see in comment sections everywhere. Why does this game not have online co-op? The year is 2022. We just went through the pandemic. Not everyone has a friend who can come over, sit on the couch next to you, and play split screen. Online co-op is a necessity nowadays. And the fact this game doesn't have it, I think, is a disaster. The amount of fun that could have been had with someone online, meeting randoms or your friends, playing this game, sharing experiences, exploring the worlds of the Skywalker Saga. It's an open world exploration, puzzle solving, action adventure game. Why not give us the option to have online co-op? I know that does add a lot of complexity in the development cycle. Online isn't something that can just be done, but at the same time, it's like, come on guys, 2022, massive LEGO Star Wars game. Star Wars is the biggest franchise in the world. Everyone would want to play this online. Make it happen. Very unlikely this will ever come to the game. Hopefully with the next LEGO Star Wars game, whenever that might be, but definitely still something everyone wants. Replayability. Another thing I see everyone commenting on about this game is the fact that its replayability isn't great. There's no new game plus. There's no way of playing this game again using characters and things you've already unlocked. If you want to play the game again, if you want to go play side missions again, unlock characters, play through the story again, you basically have to go and start a whole new game. Sure, there is free play, but that's quite limited in what you can do. Sure, you can play through the story again using characters you've already unlocked, but even then, you're bound to certain characters at certain times. What you gonna do? Oh no, one each side. Oh, seriously? The game will force you to switch to a lightsaber-wielding character for a lightsaber duel, just so an animation will play. Side missions. You can't play them again. Then once you've unlocked a character through a side mission, completed a side mission, collected Kyber bricks, all of that stuff, it's over forever until you replay the game. What if I want to replay Crate Dragon mission? What if I want to go to Mustafar and fight that giant eel thing that comes out of the lava? You can't do it. Why? Character customization. Oh boy, this one's a tough topic to talk about with this game. Initially promised at the start of development, character customization is something the developers had to cut from the game because I think it became too complex as they were developing it to actually integrate into the finished product. Definitely the most requested feature I see through every comment section talking about this game. And I think this is one of the only LEGO games, definitely the only LEGO Star Wars game to not feature it. I was surprised when they announced new DLC, all the new character packs, and it seems like the foundations of character customization are actually in the game. There's several locations you can go. For example, on the capital ships, there's a location on Hoth where it looks like the menu, the settings are there for customization. It's where they were going to put it. You got the characters sitting in the bacta tanks. This is the classic way of customizing characters in LEGO Star Wars. So it's here. It's just not built. The mechanics of it probably don't exist. There is a mod you can use if you're on PC that enables character customization, but at the same time, it's quite not the same when it's not built into the game, and that's exclusive for PC players. If there could be one final thing the developers could do with this game, forget about more character packs, more DLC, more everything, fix nothing else, just add character customization, I'm sure you and so many other people would take that. Heck, I'd take that. Hell yeah. No enemies in the open world. Something I've seen expressed a lot online is the fact that when you're exploring the worlds of LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, walking about each planet, there's not really much happening. That's not to say each world feels lifeless, but kind of once you complete a lot of the puzzles, characters, quests, side missions, whatever it is, the world ends up feeling a little bit empty, which makes me wonder why there are no enemies and random events occurring in the open world. Sure, we have the random events in space, capital ships dropping out of nowhere, coming to attack you, but why is that stuff not happening on the ground, on planets? Why are enemies just not around? Why are there no faction wars? Why are no stormtroopers fighting with rebels randomly in the streets of Tatooine, Mos Eisley, somewhere like that? Off the top of my head, some of the only characters that I think attack you in the open world are Tusken Raiders, and that's only if you use a certain class, but why is there not more of this? To add to this, why when you attack almost every character in the open world, why do they not pull out a gun or start trying to beat you up with their fists? That's a classic trope of old LEGO Star Wars games. The cantina fights don't even exist in this game. You hit someone in the cantina and everyone freaks out and goes into a corner. Help, don't hit me, don't hit me. Dude, it's LEGO Star Wars. You attack someone in the cantina, they're supposed to all attack. You're supposed to start a giant bar fight. That's the point of the cantina bar. It doesn't exist in this game. Why? The game needs more enemies in the open world, more random encounters, more random interactions happening, and NPCs to actually fight back and attack you and do something and have life. That'd be great. Thank you. Real jetpacks. Man, the jetpacks in this game are so disappointing. I wouldn't even call it a jetpack. You don't even jet. Like, you literally hover for like 2 seconds and then just drop back to the floor. And there's no height advantage gain. There's no point in jetpacking. Characters with jetpacks are useless because you can't actually do much with them. Sure, you could get from one ledge to another, but you could do this with a double jump as well. Honestly, there's no advantage of having a jetpack. Even if it was just a continuous jetpack, or give us 10 seconds instead of 2. It makes no sense that they would build this into the game. Jango Fett, Boba Fett, all these characters are just super nerfed because the jetpacks don't actually do anything. You don't gain any height advantage and you don't gain any distance. What is the point of having a jetpack then? Fix them. The Astromech Glide. LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga really changed the way Astromech droids work. Not only can they now attack like every other character in the game, but they can also jump and double jump. But what they can't do is use their jetpack, use their glide ability to get from one ledge to another, just as R2-D2 does in Attack of the Clones and Astromech droids did in previous LEGO games. Very disappointing this wasn't in the game. Astromechs are very useful in this game, of course, but I would have loved to have seen some version of this still brought into the Skywalker Saga, because once again, it strayed completely away from what Astromechs always were in LEGO Star Wars. Usable capital ships. I love capital ships in LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. I love the fact that out of nowhere, one can drop out of light speed and suddenly start attacking you, or a random event you can go, become a part of, board the ship, kill everyone on board, whatever you want, and then collect all the Kyber bricks on board. But the problem with this is, once you do that, there's really nothing more they can do. They kind of just sit there in the sky and follow you around in hyperspace, and then you can see it down from the planet and be like, oh, hey, look, there's a capital ship in the sky. Apart from that, nothing. What's the point? A lot of people would love to see some more functionality for the capital ships. Perhaps use them in a battle to take down another capital ship that comes out of hyperspace. Bring them closer to the action. Have auto turrets firing off of them. Can you imagine if you could actually use the Death Star to destroy a planet or another capital ship? In some ways, I just feel like it's not really worth going and unlocking them. Sure, it's cool you get to explore them, you get to unlock some more Kyber bricks, and you're gonna get a lot more studs out of them. But for the price, especially if you haven't already unlocked the multipliers, each of the capital ship costs what, 3 million, 5 million? It's just not that worth it. What are you gonna do with it? It's just gonna sit in the sky, follow you around. You can spawn it into space and there it is. Not doing much. They need to have more of a purpose. That said, I'm really glad they went and added more capital ships. Really cool. Glad we got to explore them because the game did feel a little unfinished before that. Guys, what is something you still want to see in LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, or even see in a future LEGO game? Please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Also, face reveal coming very soon. Keep an eye out. Don't forget, I also have a clips channel with daily clips and uploads. You can come check that out. Lots of Star Wars stuff there. And follow me on Instagram, Twitter, join my Discord and TikTok for more. And thanks for watching this. My name's Andrew. I'll catch you soon.
Stay bombastic.